Hey guys, Joe Madden here at Pick Dogs. This is Puckin crazy. It is already Thursday again. How did we get here so quick? It's April 7th, 2022. We've got a ton of games on the board. I'm excited, and we have a loaded show as well. So we'll kick off the show with Tony Brown. We'll then have Dana Lane and Al Ninos in. It's going to be a good one, you guys. Now, yesterday, some games really didn't go as I expected. The only game that really went as I expected was that St. Louis Blues game against the Seattle Kraken. They were able to come out strong, get us that win in that first period, as well as the full game on that puck line, getting a 4-1 win over the Seattle Kraken. Now, the Detroit Red Wings were able to shut down the Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets only got one goal in that game. Red Wings got a 3-1 win. I don't know what happened to the Winnipeg Jets last night, you guys. They should have been able to get the goals. I had them on the extended puck line. I knew as soon as that first period was over that they were completely done in that game. So disappointing to see them fall apart there. I want to say a big shout out to Flower Villain OC. He is on all of our shows, always following us, and I'm glad that you made it live here today and on time. This morning, you weren't even that late because we did kick off the show a little bit later. So big shout out to everyone on here watching. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Now, we had three other games last night. We had the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Washington Capitals. Now, hats off to Ninos. He did call the Capitals getting that win. That was a tight one, 4-3 game in that one, hitting that over. I think we had a total of 7 for that game. So I think it pushed on that over. No, it was a 6.5. So we did get over on that one. That was one I did not take the total. And then I don't believe Braden Point got an anytime goal. I meant to look at that. I know he got a beautiful assist last night watching the game, but I don't think he was credited with any goals last night. We had the Vancouver Canucks get the win over the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, that was an upset as well. Vegas not able to get it done, and they were at home in this one. They really needed that win, and we're seeing this when teams really need this win, not getting the job done. Vancouver, 5-1. The Calgary Flames came out and got a nice win over the Anaheim Ducks, getting a 4-2 win in that one, pushing on that total of 6. But you guys, tons of games on the board today. I'm just going to pull them up here. It's going to be a great day for sure. Shout out to Chris as well. Thank you for being here daily. I'm seeing you jumping on, so really appreciate you guys all for being here. We're going to break down every game today. We're going to fly through them. I'm just going to read off which games we have the odds really quick. We'll bring Tony Brown in next, and we'll talk whichever game he wants to talk. I don't know which one he wants to talk today, so he can't go against my Calgary Flames again today, can he? Oh, he can't. He can't. Maybe he's on the Sharks. We'll see what he's up to tonight. So we've got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. The Penguins enter as the favorite here. Actually, it's a pick 'em. Sorry. It's a -110 for both of these teams with the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got a total of 5.5. This one kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets face off at 7 o'clock Eastern as well. Total 6.5 in this one. And the Columbus Blue Jackets -130 here at home. The Nashville Predators and the Ottawa Senators kick off at 7, total of 6. The Preds enter as the favorite on the road at -170 on that money line, +150 for the Ottawa Senators. The Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils face off at 7 o'clock Eastern, total 6.5. The Montreal Canadiens enter as the dog on the road at +130. The Devils -156 at home in this one. 7:30 Eastern, we have a great game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, we just did see this one play out. Buffalo got the win a couple of nights ago. Now, in this one, they're entering at +300 as a dog. We have the Carolina Hurricanes at -357 and a total of 6. At 8:30 Eastern, we see the Seattle Kraken and the Chicago Blackhawks matchup. Total of 6.5, up from 6 in this one. The Blackhawks -150 on that money line as the favorite at home, and the Seattle Kraken +135. Now, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Stars face off at 8:30 Eastern tonight. Total of 6.5 in this one. was actually shocked. We didn't have a 7, to be honest with you, but I guess Dallas is not racking up the points. We have Toronto in here at minus 161, the Dallas Stars at plus 140. The Vancouver Canucks and the Arizona Coyotes face off at 10 o'clock Eastern, late one here. The total has dropped from 6.5 down to 6. We haven't seen many lines moving this way as of late for these totals. The Canucks come in here at minus 170. Arizona at plus 150. The Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings are in a rematch. These teams just played a couple, about a week ago, I want to say, end of March, they played, and the Edmonton Oilers are the favorite in this one at minus 130. They did win that last matchup. The LA Kings at plus 110. And then last but not least at 10:30 Eastern as well, we have the Calgary Flames taking on the San Jose Sharks. The Calgary Flames enter here at minus 200, plus 170 for the Sharks. And this total has gone up from a 6. It's now a 6.5. So let's bring a Tony Brown in, see which game he is looking to talk today. Tony, welcome to the show.
Joe Madden, what's going on with you?
Oh, it's a good day, that's for sure. Got tons of hockey to talk. I know you're crushing it over there on the leaderboard, Tony. I want to say hats off to you again.
Yeah, I'm actually number 2 now. Like you just mentioned, Ninos came through with that big dog yesterday on Washington, and it boosted them right to the top. And we're on the same team. Like, I do like being on the leaderboard, but I'm super congratulations to Al for taking over that top spot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see you guys just crushing the books over there. We are a team here at Pick Dogs, and we do we lift each other up. There's no, there's no I in team here.
They're not competition. We're peers in the industry.
Absolutely.
So proud as I would be for myself, although I am coming back for my spot. So get ready.
Okay. What do you got for a free pick today?
Today, I'm going to go with the San Jose Sharks over Calgary. So, no, I'm just fucking.
Damn it. That's like 3 days in a row. You're not going to fade my.
I'm kidding, Joe. I'm going to get off that boat, man. You got me twice. Calgary is smoking. I think they're going to take care of San Jose tonight, and that's just because. But my actual play I was going to talk about is the Montreal Canadiens game. I love the right here as road dogs. I mean, I know that sounds funny, loving the Canadiens. They're not playing that well, but come on now. New Jersey, minus almost 160. They're the second worst team in hockey. Like, it's not like you're good in a great team or anything like that. They're literally the second worst team in hockey. They don't score too many goals, and they give up a ton of goals. They lost their number 1 and number 2 goalie. They're playing with 3 and 4 backup spots, and these guys have been getting hosed. Like, you can put the puck in the back of the net on these guys easily. So, I mean, if Montreal was playing anybody else, it would be a no-brainer. Like, I don't like Montreal, but in this spot, getting this much juice against the second worst team in hockey, the one area where Montreal doesn't lack, it's goaltending. So they're going to keep the pucks out. All they got to do is score on a team that's, down to third and fourth stringers. This is how upsets are born, and I really like Montreal in this spot as the dog.
Yeah, I looked at this line and I almost started laughing out loud, Tony, looking at New Jersey at minus 150-ish, minus 160-ish. In what world are they worth that? The Montreal Canadiens coming in here as a dog at this price. I'm willing to jump on them too. We got Jake Allen expected in goal. Harmon for the New Jersey Devils. This just seems like an easy end of the day. The Montreal Canadiens defense is just going to play stronger. So is their offense. I cannot believe this line. I know the Canadiens have struggled in New Jersey, but I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, you don't want to, there's no locks in sports betting. You don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I think Vegas made a big mistake on this line. And, I mean, it's been for a while now. It's like, here's the thing. Montreal is still losing, but they're competitive now. Ever since they got St. Louis in as coach, they went on that, 6-game win streak, and then they've been competitive in a lot of their games. They're playing better. New Jersey's just New Jersey. They just suck. They've only won twice in the last 10 games. Compared to Montreal, they've only won 3 times, but that's still one more game than these guys. It shouldn't be this much juice, and home ice advantage isn't that much of an advantage. We're taking Montreal on the free play all day.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see the Devils just squeak out the win in the last matchup 3-2, but there's no way Montreal comes back with revenge in this one, and it's their game all day. I was looking at the team total. I was trying to find value, another way to bet this game. Team total for Montreal is too high at over 2.5 at -166, so no value there. I was looking at the first period over as well. But again, no value over that 1.5 at -194. So the only way I can take this is Montreal.
Right. It's, I mean, we're here to make money. We're not here to make mistakes. Like if you take the other team and it doesn't go right, now you're two in the hole and things of that nature. So the value play and the better play, not just the value play. I think Montreal actually pulls it out. And then as far as prop bets, baseball started back. So I'm going to go with those no scores in the first innings all day long.
Oh, it's so exciting to have baseball back, Tony. You make sure you enjoy those games tonight.
I will. I'm on the strip. You see, I'm in the car. I'm on my way to the casino now. I'm going to put in some baseball bets, some futures and stuff. And it's opening day. It's almost time for Dodger baseball.
Man, I'm jelly. Wish I was there with you, Tony. Well, what do you got for sale for us over at Pick Dogs today?
Today I got a Thursday triple play. I haven't said this in a long time, but MLB, NBA, and NHL all in action, and we're all over them. I got my top play on the board from all three leagues. So it's just one play, but in all three leagues, it's the best play, and we're going to bang our bookie 3 times over.
Absolutely. You are. Well, all the best in all of your bets, Tony. I hope they go absolutely fantastic tonight, and enjoy the casinos. Enjoy the books.
I will. And the same to you. I see you in the comments, Jordan and Chris. Appreciate you guys. And let's light it up tonight, fellas.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you tomorrow, Joe.
See you tomorrow. Okay, guys, that was Tony Brown. Always a pleasure to have him in here. Great call here. I cannot see any other way going with this game. I just think it really does seem like a done deal. I don't know why the New Jersey Devils are such a favorite here. We know the Montreal Canadiens have gone in. They have struggled in New Jersey, so I could see the books weighing that in, but not by this much, you guys. Value-wise, you've got to ride with the Montreal Canadiens here. They're 9-20-6 on the road, but you look at the New Jersey Devils, they've just been completely failing in their last 10, going 2-7-1. Can't do it, you guys. I'm not even going to touch a total. The only play I'm going to do in this one is the Montreal Canadiens. Now, we're going to bring Dana Lane in as soon as he pops into the green room here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the top of the card. We do have Dana Lane and El Ninos coming. But while we wait for them, instead of just sitting here and having some dead air for a couple minutes, we're going to talk about the first game on the board. And if they have any input into this, we can definitely jump back to that game with them. So the first game on the board tonight at 7:00 Eastern is the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. Like I said, you guys, this one is a pick 'em. We have a total of 5.5. Now, for myself, when I look at this game, I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. I'm going to be leaning on the New York Rangers to come out here strong and get the win. They're really strong coming in as an underdog. Some of the books, you can get them in that underdog role at, I've seen them -105-ish and then -115 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So whichever way you like, for a side of this, make sure you shop those lines. Now, Jari is expected for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We all know he is outstanding. He can stand on his head day in and day out. He's 33-16-6 on the season with a 2.39 goals against average. In the last 10 games, the Pittsburgh Penguins are 5-4-1. Averaging a 3.8 goals per game and allowing that 2.8. Now, the New York Rangers, I love them here at home. They're 22-7-1 at home this season. They haven't been strong on that puck line, though, at home, you guys, going 14-19 at home. And what I'm looking at for this one is I'm looking at the home ice advantage between these two teams. We know the home ice is huge for them. The home team going 9-3 in the last 12 meetings. The Rangers, also against teams with winning records, have played strong, winning those last 5, and they're 5-2 in their last 7 overall. I think this is a great game to take the Rangers in to get that home win. Now, I was looking at the total, and this one scares me a little. We got a total of 5.5. I think this is a 3-2 game, or a 4-2. It depends on that empty netter, because if Pittsburgh is down and pulls their goalie and the New York Rangers get that empty netter, then we're going to go over the total here. So I'm going to stay off the total. I'm just going to lean on the New York Rangers. But you guys, we have Dana Lane. He is ready to pop in here. So let's bring him in. Hey, Dana.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm listening to your breakdown of the Rangers and the Penguins, and boy, this is a game that the Penguins really need. Not only is it for, supremacy for second place in that division, but, this is a Ranger team that if they win tonight will have beaten the Penguins 3 times in the last less than 2 weeks. And boy, that's going to be something that's going to stick in their back of their mind if these two meet in the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Rangers know this as well. And I think they really want to get this win over Pittsburgh tonight. I'm excited to see how this one actually plays out.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, for Pittsburgh, they've hit a little bit of a lull, and a win against the Rangers, I think, will wipe some of that bad taste out of their mouths. And of course, not only have they lost to the Rangers, but they also lost back-to-back games, a home and home against Colorado as well. And so, they're not, when they want to look at themselves and say, are we one of the elite teams in the NHL right now? I don't know if they can say that, but wiping away some of the memories that they've had over the last 2 weeks against the Rangers, I think will start to heal some of those wounds. And honestly, Joe, I mean, this is such an up and down season, and I don't take what I just saw and apply it to what's going to be. Yep. I mean, this is a year where we've seen Arizona knock off Colorado, and the Buffalo and Philadelphia at the time, they knocking off Vegas, and at the time where they really needed wins. So, everybody gets paid to play this game, but this is big for Philadelphia, or big for Pittsburgh rather.
Yeah, absolutely. Which other game did you want to talk today, Dana?
Well, I mean, it's, from our standpoint here in town, I mean, the one game that we're really focusing on is the Edmonton Oilers at the Los Angeles Kings, because the effect of that game on the Vegas Golden Knights is tremendous. And, everybody's kind of wondering who they should root for. And what we don't want is for this game to go into overtime. And of course, Vegas had that really bad loss last night to Vancouver, but the winner of this game will take over second place in the Pacific Division. The number's right about where I thought it would be. I think Edmonton, it should be about a $1.20 road favorite at Los Angeles. But, Edmonton's on the last game of their road trip. They have a 3-game California road trip. And sometimes when you're on a road trip, you're thinking about getting home rather than finishing this thing off. And if I'm Edmonton, I feel pretty solid about where I am right now. I mean, this is a team that is as good as anybody in the league offensively. And I think we've forgotten how good they are because we're so focused on where they're not good, and that's in goaltending, but in their end goal. But, this is a team that can outscore their deficiencies in that. And I think that you're going to see that. Apparently, Mike Smith is going to get the start tonight. Koskinen was in there for a second. He was a listed goaltender, but Mike Smith was first off the ice. So that usually indicates who's going to get the start. So I'm listen, this Kings team, has been battling injuries all year. It's amazing what they've been able to accomplish. And there's no reason. And we just saw them go to Calgary and get a win, come back against the Flames, where everybody thought that the Flames were going to return to favor. And it was a difficult win for Calgary to get a 3-2 win, but not an easy win for Calgary. And I think LA is playing really good hockey. And I think the plus 105 is probably the spot I'm looking at here.
Yeah, I think so too. We also have that revenge factor from the last time these two teams did play a couple of weeks ago. It was within the last week. Right at the end of March there, they played. Edmonton got the win 4-3. And that was such a tough fought battle in that every single goal they made each other work for. So I can see the Kings trying to get this win and pulling it off. Who do you think is the better goalie between Mike Smith and Koskinen?
I don't think either one of them is their future. I mean, I've talked to people inside the organization and people that write for them, and I don't think their goaltender of the future is on this roster right now. I mean, Mike Smith is getting up there in age, had a good game last night, but neither one of these guys is going to be the future of the Edmonton Oilers. their future is probably down in the American Hockey League right now with Skinner at Bakersfield. I mean, that's the guy that a lot of the fans want them to bring up, but between these two, neither one's going to be the future of Edmonton Oiler hockey. But never say never, because I can tell you, I mean, as long as we've been, tracking this team all year, the question mark has always been in goal, and we thought that they were going to go out and get somebody at the trade deadline. And they failed to do that. Maybe, it's Mike Smith for sure is not going to be the future, but maybe they do like Koskinen a little bit more than they're letting on, and saying, hey, look, if we're a team that's going to put up, 4 goals a night, our goaltending only has to be average. So maybe that's their thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do here, but I agree with you. I actually do think Mike Smith is the weaker link. So as soon as I see him in goal, I do like the overs in those games as well. We can't deny it. Like, he has played better in the last couple, but he's still allowing 3.24 goals on average in his games. And he is just struggling to keep that puck out of the net. So hard one to rely on him.
Yeah, and as far as the total is concerned with Smith going, I mean, I'm right with that. I mean, look, we know that the Kings don't have a tremendous amount of depth. You're not going to roll 4 lines and expect a 4 or 5 goal night from the Kings on a nightly basis. But their top line, that Kopitar and Iafallo and Adrian Kempe, they've been fantastic. And in fact, in their last 10 games combined, they all have 20. They have 25 points combined. So this is a top line that you definitely can rely on to put the puck in the net. And as long as I got one line, if I'm looking at a total, if I'm looking at one great, really good line, one reliable line, which I have with the Kings, plus a tremendous offense, a 5-on-5 offense from Edmonton, plus one of the better, if it's certainly a top 2 or 3 power play units in the league. That to me would definitely scream over in that one. I'm going to stay away from it because that number kind of scares me a little bit. That's why I'm going to go to the side. But for LA tonight, Joe, the key is getting off to a good start. They're one of the worst teams as far as getting off to a good start. And what that means is you don't want to be chasing hockey games. I don't care if this game is 1-1 or 0-0, but don't be down. Don't be down 2-0. Don't be down 1-0, because that's where the Kings really struggle, is when they happen to have to open things up. They bring the defensemen into play, and they can't play their structured defensive game that they've had to play because of the injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to come out straight from the gun and get up on the Edmonton Oilers here. So it's going to be a great game. Make sure you enjoy it. What do you got for sale for us over at Pick Dogs today?
We got 2 games up right now up on Pick Dogs. We've lowered the prices on them because we're getting to the end of the year, and I want to make sure everybody gets a taste of what we do on an individual basis. But also, once you get those W's, go in and get a weekly or a monthly package, or we'll put up a Stanley Cup playoff package for sure, but don't wait till then, because we still have plenty of hockey to go. So any of those things are up there now. We've had a tremendous season. We're just looking to finish this thing off.
Yeah, you're absolutely crushing it over there, Dana. So hats off to you. Just keep dominating.
I appreciate it, Joe, and keep doing what you do. You have a great show, and I love all your positive thoughts in the morning. You might not always get that feedback, but the people that appreciate it don't always tell you that.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it a lot for you saying it. Have a wonderful day. And again, all the best in all of your bets tonight.
You too. Good luck, Joe.
Thank you, Dana. Okay, guys, that was Dana Lane. Always such a pleasure having him in. He really knows his stuff. So he's going to roll with the LA Kings here tonight, and I love it. You guys know how much I did not love the Edmonton Oilers. So this was one way I was leaning with this game, as well as the over. I think it's a great way to take it. One thing I did look at, you might want to take into account for this game, is the Edmonton Oilers in that first period. Now, I don't think they win the game, but I can see them getting up in the first period. We see a strong trend towards them winning that first period in a game following an overtime win. And they've done it in their last 4. So in that first period, we're getting that plus 156. I've sprinkled already on that. So I'm definitely going to take that as well. Now, let's jump back up. We're waiting for our Ninos to come in. So once he comes in, I will bring him. But we're going to go right up, back up to the top of the board, you guys. Sorry we're jumping all over today, but I'm sure you guys are good with it. We will recap everything in the order at the end of the game, or not the end of the game, the end of the show here. We got the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus is minus 130 on that money line. Philadelphia Flyers plus 118 and a total of 6.5. So when we look at this game, you guys, I can't trust in the Flyers, especially the Flyers on the road. I think this is a pretty simple one to take. The Columbus Blue Jackets, I think this is a team that is better than what their record shows. We look at their record and they're 18, 14, and 2 at home this season, 23 and 13 on that puck line. The Philadelphia Flyers come in here on the road. They're 9, 20, and 4 on the road, 16 and 18 on that puck line. They've gone 3 and 7 in their last 10. Columbus hasn't played well in their last 10. They've gone 2, 5, and 3. But the Blue Jackets have won their last 5 as a favorite. They've been a dog for so many games. I'm going to roll with them here at that minus 130. Always in the game. It feels like I'm in a game some days for sure. So we have a total of 6.5 in this one, you guys. If you like playing totals, there are strong trends to that over. 5 and 1 to the Flyers. Last 6 road games to that over. We look at who is in goal for these two teams. Now, Elvis is expected for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He is stronger at home than he is on the road. So I should have got you the home record, but overall for the season, it's 3.37 goals against average, 23, 18, and 6. We see the Columbus Blue Jackets allowing that 3.8 goals and only averaging 2.6 because in the last 10, they've been struggling completely. Jones is confirmed for the Philadelphia Flyers. Now he is 9, 14, and 3 on the season with a 3.38 goals against average. They are 3 and 7 in their last 10, averaging 2.7, allowing 3.6. I think we can go with those strong trends to the over, getting that over a 6.5. I don't love it, you guys. The only thing I love in this one is the Columbus Blue Jackets minus 130 here. We also have seen the Flyers completely struggle in Columbus, going 3 and 13 in the last 16 meetings in Columbus. We do see strong trends towards the road team, but you guys, I can't trust the Philadelphia Flyers on the road when they are 9 and 20 and 4 on the season on the road here. Let's move on to the next game. We have the Nashville Predators taking on the Ottawa Senators, 7 o'clock Eastern time for this one as well. The Predators minus 170 over the Ottawa Senators here. I'm going to have to take the Preds in regulation. I just like what I've seen out of this team. They did win this last matchup between them and the Ottawa Senators, March 29th, a 4-1 win for them. Don't love them on the puck line, but you could. They've been strong on the puck line on the road, going 22 and 14 this season. I just think in regulation, we're paying about minus 120. I feel more comfortable with that because the Ottawa Senators are 4-0 on the puck line as a home underdog. So they have played strong in their last 4 games as a home underdog, covering that puck line. And Forsberg is expected in goal for them. And I do like him. He's 17, 14, and 3 with a 2.72 goals against average. The Nashville Predators are expected to start Saros in goal. He can stand on his head, you guys. 2.56 goals against average for him. So Preds in regulation for me. The home team has been strong in the last 7 meetings between these two, but the Predators are 8 and 3 in their last 11. I think they're just a much stronger team, and I can see them coming out and dominating again in this one. So give me them in regulation. We talked to the Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils with Tony Brown. We then have the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, this is a 7:30 Eastern game. And in this one, we have Buffalo rolling in here at plus 300, minus 357. Such a big number for the Carolina Hurricanes. Books are expecting them to just roll here. I can't take them on the puck line, you guys, the Carolina Hurricanes, although they probably do get it done, but they're 16 and 19 on that puck line at home, and I just don't have faith in them to cover it here. They either come out and win this 5-0, or the Buffalo Sabres put in the effort. We saw the Buffalo Sabres just win 2 nights ago on Tuesday night, 4-2. So I don't love the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line, even though there's revenge, even though they're home in this one. And the Buffalo Sabres have lost their last 6 in Carolina. This is a stay off for the side for me. I just don't love the value. Even at -1.5, you're paying way too much juice for the Carolina Hurricanes. Skinner for the Canes. I'm looking at his shots on goal. Now we can get him shots on goal over 2.5 at -140. And I think he's going to get over that total. And if I'm going to play anything in this game, I think we can look at the over 6. So I was trying to look at the team totals over. I can't really trust the Buffalo Sabres to get over their 2.5. Well, I do think that they do that, and it's +130. Carolina's defense is just so strong. So I'm going to take the over for the full game. You could take the Canes if you think they're going to be the only ones to score the goals tonight. Get them over 4.5 at +118. Again, for myself, I think the over 6 is the better way to take this. The over has been strong when these two teams have played, going 18-6-3 in the last 27 meetings in Carolina and 15-6-5 in the last 26 meetings overall. We might not be having Al Ninos in today, you guys. We're right at that top of the hour. I'm going to fly through the rest of these. Not sure what happened to him, but he'll be back tomorrow. So let's jump into the next one. The Seattle Kraken taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Now the Kraken +135. The Blackhawks -150. Total of 6.5. Now the only way I'm going to play this is over the 6.5. I look at this one and the Blackhawks should get the win. I'm not going to pay -150 for them. They've also failed to cover the puck line in their last 4 games. We got Grubauer expected for the Seattle Kraken. He's 15, 28, and 5 with a 3.19 goals against average. In the last 10 games, the Seattle Kraken have averaged 2.7 goals per game and allowed 2.5. Chicago Blackhawks roll in here 2, 5, and 3 in their last 10, averaging 2.6 and allowing that 3.6. Their defense really letting them down. I think we're going to have a strong game to this over. I could see the Seattle Kraken somehow getting the win here. The Blackhawks have lost 14 of their last 15 games coming off overtime. Kraken have to win some, but they're also on 0 days rest, playing on that back-to-back, 1-6 in their last 7 games, playing on no rest. So instead of taking a side, instead of risking it and saying, oh my God, why did I bet the Kraken? I'm going to take the over 6.5. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Stars match up tonight, you guys. This is going to be a great game. Now, the last 6 games, the Dallas Stars have failed to cover the puck line. So I wouldn't take them here. Or sorry, that's the Toronto. No, I've got my notes wrong. Never mind. Ignore that. Jack Campbell is expected in goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's 26, 9, and 5 with a 2.71 goals against average. We look at this Toronto Maple Leafs team. They've been absolutely fired, led by Austin Matthews. They are 7-2-1, averaging 4.7 goals per game. Offensively, just playing incredible. They're allowing a 3.3. We have the Dallas Stars coming in here just fighting for their lives right now. They're 7-3, averaging a 2.9 and allowing 2.7. I really struggle to see the Stars pulling off the upset here. I think that the Toronto Maple Leafs probably do get a nice win, and they probably cover the puck line, but I'm not quite comfortable with it. They're 17-19 on the road on that puck line. But when they've rolled into Dallas, they've been so strong. They're 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Dallas. They're also 10-3 in the last 13 meetings overall. And the road team has had the ice advantage, going 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. So for myself, I'm going to look at the Toronto Maple Leafs team total over. It's Scott Wedgwood is confirmed, I believe, for the Dallas Stars. Now, he's 12, 14, and 3 on the season. He allows an average of 3.03 goals per game. I really can see the Toronto Maple Leafs getting 4 goals on him. And at minus 102, I absolutely love it. We're not going to have to rely on the Dallas Stars to get the goals or anything. So just give me the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team total over 3.5. Now, the Vancouver Canucks and Arizona Coyotes game should be an interesting one. We have the Canucks rolling in here at minus 170. The Arizona Coyotes at plus 150. Total has dropped from 6.5 down to 6, and I still think we can see this one going under. These two teams trend so strongly to the under. The under is 29-3 in the last 32 meetings, 13-3-1 in the last 17 meetings in Arizona. I can't get behind the Vancouver Canucks either, especially at minus 175. We did see them win the last matchup back in February, 5-1. But I think the Coyotes will have the advantage here at home. I look at how these two teams have played, and the Vancouver Canucks have struggled in Arizona. They've only won 1 of their last 6 games in Arizona and only 2 of their last 7 meetings versus the Arizona Coyotes. So I'm getting plus money with a home dog. You guys know I absolutely love that. Home dogs are my favorite thing to bet when I think they have a chance, and I think they're worth a sprinkle in this one. So give me the sprinkle on the Arizona Coyotes. I'm not going to do a full big bet in this one. Definitely so many other games on the board, so many other places. I like my money better, but I think this one's worth a sprinkle. And another thing to look at with that too is the Vancouver Canucks have lost their last 5 games on that second leg of a back-to-back. This team does not play well when they're not rested. One thing I would look at, though, for the Vancouver Canucks on a positive side is JT Miller, over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 134. Now, he's hit this in 4 of his last 5 games. The Calgary Flames, a San Jose Sharks. Now, this is one that I really wish one of the guys would have come on and talked about. I'm going to stay off this game, you guys. You know Calgary is my team. I really did feel strongly about them yesterday getting the win. I feel strongly about them today getting that win. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys to take them on the puck line because they are my team. I think the San Jose Sharks have been playing well enough that they can cover this puck line. They've covered the puck line in their last 4 games at home. James Reimer is in goal, expected in goal tonight. He is 18, 15, and 7 with a 2.75 goals against average. This is one of those games that I would rather sit here, tell you guys that I'm not giving my opinion and stay off because I'm not going to bet it. If the Calgary Flames cover that puck line, I'll say, I wish I told you guys the Calgary Flames are going to cover that puck line. And if I tell you guys, you know what I mean. If I tell you and they do it, then I'm going to be happy. But if I tell you and they don't, I'm going to be kicking myself for giving you a bet in this one. The Flames have struggled in San Jose. In their last 6 meetings, the Flames have only won 1 of those. And in San Jose, in the last 9, they've only won 2. But I think this team is just so hot right now. They're on their 3rd game of a road trip. They face the Kraken next. I don't know. Everything is telling me the Calgary here. The Kraken, they'll win as well. They'll go home, successful road trip. But you guys, yeah, the Sharks, see? And this is why I'm staying off it. Sharks beat the Flames 3 times this season. The Sharks have the Calgary Flames number, which doesn't make sense. Calgary should be able to get these wins. We see them play much harder opponents, pull out that win. They're so hot. They're that hot, and they're my team. I can't go against them. You guys feel free to go against them and do what you like with this game. But for me, it's a stay off one. And then we talk the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. I think this is one of the ones I'm definitely going to be watching this game as well. So I'm going to go back up to the start of all the games here. We're going to recap these games. We are going over. I'm going to have to apologize to Mitch for running over our time here again, but I'm just trying to get you guys all this information. Again, if you don't have time to watch the show, I am recapping it at the end. So make sure you guys hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. It helps me do this show. We're going 7 days a week as well. You guys, you know, I'm coming in on the weekends around 1 o'clock Eastern. So we will miss some of the games, but tomorrow I will discuss the earlier games for Saturday, and Saturday I'll discuss the earlier games for Sunday. Let's fly through these bets. Pittsburgh and New York. I'm leaning on New York for this one, the New York Rangers to get the win there. Philadelphia Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. I got to ride with the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'll pay that little bit of juice at -130. The Nashville Predators and the Ottawa Senators. I'm going to take the Predators in regulation, and I lean to the over in this one. The Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils. Both Tony Brown and myself agree. Montreal with that plus money is the only way to take this game. The Buffalo Sabres and the Carolina Hurricanes. Now I'm going to lean on the over a 6 for this one, and the Skinner for the Canes. I'm going to look at his shots on goal over 2.5 at -140. The Seattle Kraken and the Chicago Blackhawks. You guys, I'm going to take over the total of 6.5 in this one and stay off the side. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Stars. I love the Toronto Maple Leafs. Team total over 3.5 at -102. I think of all of the bets on the card, all of my free bets, this is my favorite, the Toronto Maple Leafs team total. The Vancouver Canucks and the Arizona Coyotes. I got to lean on the Coyotes here. Just a sprinkle in this. And a lean also on the under 6. And then on the Vancouver Canucks, I am going to look at JT Miller shots on goal over 2.5. It's -134. It's hit in 4 of his last 5. The Calgary Flames and the San Jose Sharks. You guys, up to you. Bet it how you want. I gave you the facts here. I can't get on it. My heart tells me, my mind tells me Calgary on the puck line. The facts, the stats, everything tells me you got to go with the San Jose Sharks on the puck line to keep it tight. I'm not touching it. Not touching it. And plus, the Sharks on the puck line are -162. I'm getting on my book right now. I can't take them +1.5 at -162. There's no way. It's a stay off game for me. I'm not even touching the total. The Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. Dana Lane loves the Kings tonight, and I absolutely do too. I think this is their game. It is revenge. And yes, Draisaitl is out of this one, Primo. It's going to be a great game. Now, because he's out, though, we got to look at props. Connor McDavid, shots on goal. You guys know how much I love Connor McDavid. He is an elite offenseman. Don't love him, but let's just say we do. His shots on goal tonight is 3.5. He has hit this over in his last 5 games. We have to take him for these shots on goal tonight. I'd also be looking at for him to get a goal in this one. He's such a strong player. We all know it. He just pouts, and that's why I don't love him. Edmonton in that first period was another way to look at this game. I don't want the Kings to get behind, but I could see them getting behind because the Edmonton Oilers, often overtime win, are so strong in the first period in their next game. They come in with so much motivation and confidence, getting that win in their last 4 in this situation. So you guys, that was it for Puckin' Crazy. I really appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, Robert, I did say bet it however you want because I can't tell you my heart is maybe lying to me today. Going with my Calgary Flames. They've been playing so strong, so hot that I can't give you an official opinion on this one, even for a free play, you guys. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm just looking at your comments here. Really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you joining me here every day on Puckin' Crazy. Remember, we are on weekends now, so join me Saturday and Sunday right around 1 o'clock Eastern, you guys. I will see VIP members later today. Now, the VIP show is moving, so anyone that's not part of the premium or VIP, make sure you check it out. The link is below. You get in the VIP 1 premium pick from myself, Mitch, and Brian. And we also give the play that we would add on at that time as well. We're going to move the VIP show to earlier in the morning as well, so you guys have more time to get out your bets, especially with baseball starting earlier. So I'm excited for that. That will come out after the premium video. And with the VIP membership, you also get the free consensus report. So you get so much value. I think it's the best value in sports betting. And then you get to see more and talk more with me. So it's always a good day. But you guys, thanks for joining me here. The soccer show is up in the next 15 minutes, so make sure you stick around. The drive-through is tonight. Chris Ruffalo and I will be doing another parlay video. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day, you guys. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some frickin' money.